Islam Makhachev's next fight is falling apart as UFC contenders choose different paths. Islam Makhachev just became champion, but his list of challengers is already disappearing. And the UFC didn't expect this. Islam Makhachev's move to welterweight initially opened the door to multiple high-profile matchups, but that list is now narrowing fast. While fans push for Ilia Topuria or other rising contenders, Islam has publicly stated that Kamaru Usman is the opponent he wants for his first title defense. His management also confirmed that when the UFC discussed a potential January return, Usman and Ian Machado Garry were the only names seriously considered. At the same time, Shavkat Rakhmonov appears to be out of the picture due to extended inactivity, and other contenders are beginning to book fights that remove them from immediate title contention. On top of that, Khabib Nurmagomedov reportedly declined a January fight date to avoid stacking multiple high-stakes bouts for their team on the same card, further delaying Islam's defense. As a result, Islam's realistic options are no longer based on rankings alone, but on availability, timing, and star power, with contenders choosing different paths and former champions like Usman standing out as the biggest name left. The welterweight title picture is becoming less about who deserves a shot and more about who is actually free to take it. Michael Morales looked like a future title challenger after his most recent performance. On the same night a new welterweight champion was crowned, the undefeated Ecuadorian delivered the most dominant one among the contenders, stopping Sean Brady in the first round. Given Brady's grappling-heavy style and previous title relevance, many fans and analysts felt Morales had done enough to at least enter the immediate title conversation. However, recent comments from Morales suggest that the UFC sees his next step differently. In an interview with El Canal del Fútbol, the 26-year-old revealed that discussions are already underway for a fight against Jack Della Maddalena, potentially scheduled for June 14th at the UFC White House card, or another June date. That alone indicates that Morales is not being positioned for a title fight in the near future. From the UFC's perspective, this makes sense. While Morales is undefeated and highly skilled, he lacks the name recognition of former champions and established stars. Rather than rushing him into a fight with Islam Makhachev, the promotion appears intent on testing him against a proven elite striker and former champion. A win over Jack Della Maddalena would remove any remaining doubt about Morales' readiness, but also keeps him one fight away from the belt. In short, Morales hasn't been passed over because he's unworthy. He's being slowed down because the division is crowded with bigger names. Until he defeats someone with championship credibility, his title hopes remain on hold, even after one of the most impressive wins in the welterweight division this year. If you want clear UFC updates without hype or bias, hit subscribe to MMA Thread. We break these stories down daily. With Islam Makhachev waiting on the right opponent and rising contenders being filtered out, Jack Della Maddalena has quietly become the most important fight in the welterweight division. For fighters who aren't getting the next title shot, beating the former champion now represents the clearest path toward undeniable contender status. Michael Morales isn't the only fighter targeting JDM. Carlos Prates also confirmed in a recent interview with MMA Fighting that he's hoping to face Della Maddalena as early as April. That detail is significant because it shows how contenders view JDM, not as a risky detour, but as a necessary step. Facing the last man to hold the belt offers immediate credibility, regardless of rankings. From a UFC standpoint, this is an ideal situation. Jack Della Maddalena brings name value, elite striking, and recent championship experience, making him the perfect gatekeeper between contenders and the title. Matching him against undefeated prospects like Morales or red-hot finishers like Prates allows the promotion to answer a critical question. Who is actually ready for Islam Makhachev? Many fans have suggested that Morales versus Prates would make more sense as a title eliminator, especially given how impressive both looked on the same night. But the UFC appears to prefer a different approach, using JDM as a separator. Instead of allowing contenders to climb together, they must pass through a former champion first. As a result, Jack Della Maddalen's next fight may shape the entire welterweight title picture. Whoever defeats him doesn't just earn a win, they earn legitimacy. And in a division where Islam Makhachev's options are shrinking, that legitimacy could be the final piece needed to secure the next title shot. Subscribe to MMA Thread for daily UFC news, title updates, and fight breakdowns. And comment who you think Islam Makhachev should fight next.